Hi, it's D from D Gardener with another video. Today I was planning on gardening, just getting my garden back in order because as you can see I am dealing with an absolute barren garden over here after the winter. Let me actually show you the damage. So dead, everything has died. This used to be spinach. This was spinach as well. These were bush beans. Lots and lots of weeds growing, just absolute decay. And these were jalapeno plants that actually died as well. And here's my compost heap, which I will be digging out or just turning a little bit in a while. And over here is absolute chaos. So I was thinking that for my channel, I think it would be a good idea if I start from scratch, start new. It's a new season, it's a new summer season, and I will be getting the garden ready again. I will be getting a bunch of different plants and vegetables in this garden to actually cook with and enjoy. And as I go along, as I get my garden back up on its legs, bit by bit, I will delve into different types of things that you can do in your garden. Some tips, some nice things, some interesting things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the journey. The following, the next bunch of videos will probably just be me in the garden. So I will be taking you on that journey, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. But today I've got a lot of work as you can see, so yeah, I'll just be doing it bit by bit. I think the first thing is probably getting rid of the weeds. So the reason why this garden is looking like this with all the weeds over there is I am not a winter gardener, I would believe. That plane is nice and noisy, but I'm not a winter gardener. I don't think so. So over the winter time, I think I will probably just focus on the microgreens a bit more. But now that summer again, now I'm feeling quite keen for the backyard garden. But yeah. So I didn't get all of the weeds. As you can see, I just got the most of them. There's still some left here and there, but I will sort that out in a moment. But I think what I'm dealing with here at the back of my yard, I think what I'm dealing with here is a seed bank. So these weeds have just been pushing down seed and seed and seed year after year after year. So I'm having a really hard time getting rid of the weeds. So I'm just trying to control it at the moment, just for me to get my garden up and running. But I will be spraying stuff on them and seeing if that works. But they keep on coming back. So if anyone has any tips actually how to get rid of weeds once and for all, please hit me up in the comments. So I'm gonna quickly rake up all the weeds that I just scraped out with the shovel. And then thereafter I'm going to dump out all the pots, all the old soil and old plants that died during the winter. I'm going to dump them out, and then I'm quickly going to turn over the compost heap, and maybe we can see what we can find, because I would really like to use that soil in the compost heap. Because what I did is last year, about middle last year, I started that compost heap, and if you watched my other videos, I actually had potatoes growing out of them. So for now it's a compost heap, but I would like to make it a permanent potato planter. But for now, just to save on having to go buy soil, I do have some compost, I think. So I will just try to see if I can mix this. If the soil is good enough, I will try to mix this soil with some compost and actually plant a few tomatoes today. So the compost heap behind me, I don't know if you can see, but this compost heap, I'm actually planting, or I didn't plant, but I used a bunch of vegetable scraps. I filled it up with vegetable scraps and potato peels and avocados and eggshells and a bunch of kitchen waste to actually get the compost heap up and running. And what happened is a bunch of potato peels actually sprouted some new potatoes. So I'm going to turn it over now, but I'm expecting to find more potatoes in there. So yeah, let's have a look. Have a look at the amount of earthworms there actually is in this potato, in the compost heap. Look at the size of these earthworms. They are absolutely massive. So I've got a bunch of earthworms in here. That one is lively. And they're actually eating all the scraps. This is a small little potato. Because I used to plant or fill in the compost heap with these potato peels and they start to sprout like you can see there. So I'm finding more potatoes, which I thought I would. So I'm just going to turn this whole thing over and see if I can get all of them. So it's getting quite hot now, that's why I got rid of the jersey. But in the compost heap I've actually found a couple of potatoes and also this avocado seed, which I think I'm gonna plant somewhere. I don't know where though, but somewhere I'm gonna plant a nice avocado. I decided not to use the soil or the compost from the compost heap, and then I decided to just dump everything, all the pots that I had, I just dumped all the soil on there. So yeah, I'm not going to use this soil. I got rid of get rid of most of the weeds, if I can show you. So I did this bit. It looks better, I guess, and this bit, so it looks a lot better. This is the amount of weeds I got out of the garden. So little by little it will come together, I'm sure. So while I was walking around in another section of my property, I found this old tomato plant that have died, but they have quite nice tomatoes on them still. Well, not nice, they're all dead, but this one is still, it survived the whole winter. So what I'm going to do is, I decided that I will open up this tomato and then I will take these seeds, the seeds that are in this tomato, and I will use them for my new tomato planting season. Because last planting season I did exactly the same. I used a store-bought tomato. And it actually, this tomato, these plants are actually from using the seeds from a store-bought tomato. So I thought, let's see if I can continue the cycle. I know you're supposed to use a ripe tomato, but let's have a look. Let's see if we can actually grow some tomatoes from this little survivor. So yeah, I'll quickly show you how to get the seeds from a tomato and how to store them properly. It's not rocket science, but yeah, and let's see if we can plant these seeds today. I got a little bit of soil left from the compost heap from one of the buckets I emptied out. So we'll use that and some compost, and then yeah, we'll see if we can actually grow some new tomatoes. Alright, so I will be planting these tomato seeds in a little container like this. This is a normal grapes container. It's the perfect little greenhouse for your seedlings. It's got the holes, it closes quite nicely, it's a good size. So I've used this in the past to get my seedlings going. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I have some soil left over that I've could salvage from one of the plants that I threw out in the compost heap. So I'm going to use that to actually fill my tub, not completely, just about up to here, to allow for enough space for the plants, the little seedlings, to actually grow. And then I'm going to cover my seedlings, and then I'm going to add some banana tea, which I will show you now. And yeah, that will be it for today's planting, I guess. So one thing I am adding to my plants this year is this little homemade banana tea. It's basically a potassium fertilizer that you put into your soil. As the winter went by, the soil tends to become a bit depleted with potassium, so this adds it in. It helps plant growth, it helps seedling germination, it helps fruiting plants. So I'll be adding this to my little seeds here, and hopefully it grows well. So this is basically just banana peels, eggshells, and some cucumber skins that I put in a bucket of water like this, and you soak it for about 24 hours. This is a little bit more than 24 hours, but I'll strain this now. And then you don't want the big pieces, you just want the liquid, because the rats and the other rodents, they tend to like the big pieces of peels and stuff, so you don't want rats in your garden. So you can just use the liquid to add it to your soil. So I just strained it, and this is what you are left with. This is the pure banana tea, right? And you are left with this nice little bucket of disgustingness, which is the peels and the eggs and the stuff. But I'll just get rid of this. It doesn't stink that much, it stinks a little bit, but not as like you would think. But yeah, I will actually dilute this with some more water. I won't throw this over the soil or in the soil as is. I'll dilute this with a bit of water and then add it to my seedlings. Have your nice little, I know it says runner beans, but that's wrong. but you have your little greenhouse here. So maybe in a week or two we'll actually see some seedlings. So yeah, I think overall it looks a little bit better than what it did earlier. I'll be filling up these bowls and stuff with these pots in a bit. I think over here what I'll do is oh yeah, I munched up or broke down all those soil, the soil from the pots. I'll get rid of these weeds, and then over here I think I'll put a bunch of potato bags. So yeah, I think overall it's coming together. Alright, so I think I'll stop the video there. I am completely exhausted. I think today went well. I think the next video we'll probably have some seedlings, some tomatoes to replant into the bigger pots. I've got a little bit of more cleaning to do. And yeah, if you like this video, if you'd like to join me on this journey, please like and subscribe. Get the bell so that you can get notified when I post new videos. And please let me know in the comments if you'd like to see anything, if you'd like me to plant certain type of vegetables. I'm learning as well as I'm going, so yeah, tune in next time.